I'm starting by making the flour crumb mixture. In a large bowl I have 4 cups of all-purpose flour, and I'm adding in some sugar, salt, and the recipe calls for 1 cup of fat or shortening. I only have a half a cup of shortening, so I'm subbing some butter. I'm cutting in the fat until I have small crumbs, something like this. Then I'm removing 1 cup and reserving for the top. For the wet ingredients, I have the molasses. I'm using Grandma's brand, but you can use any baking molasses. It smells so good. Next, I'm adding in 2 cups of very hot water. I microwaved this for about 3 minutes, giving that a whisk to get the molasses to start melting. Now I'm adding in the baking soda, and this will react with the molasses, giving that a stir and then adding in all the remaining crumbs, giving that another good stir to combine. The batter will be loose and have this nice rich milk chocolate color. You will be able to find this recipe in the list of ingredients in the Show More section below. If you click on the word Show More, it will open and reveal this recipe, links where you can purchase some of the items that I use, and much, much more. If you have a chance, please check it out. I'm pouring the batter into a well-greased 9x11 or 13-inch pan. Now I'm taking the reserved crumbs and sprinkling evenly over the top. This is going to bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 minutes. And this is the cake after 45 minutes. The kitchen smells amazing. You can see there's some cracking on the top, and that's to be expected. Going to let this cool. You can serve this Shoofly cake warm or cold. The cake is nice and fluffy with that rich gooey molasses and then topped with a powdery sweet crumb topping. Make sure you have a cup of milk, coffee, or tea by your side. I hope you give this Pennsylvania Dutch Shoofly cake a try and enjoy. If any pie can be identified with the Pennsylvania Dutch, Amish, and Mennonite community, it's the Shoofly pie. The name might be scary, but the pie is incredibly good. The Shoofly pie is a molasses pie with buttery crumbles on top. The bottom is gooey and sweet, and the top is cakey with a crumble. The pie gets its Shoofly name from the sweet molasses that is very attractive to flies. The flies get so tempted that they need to be shooed away. In a large bowl, I'm adding some flour and brown sugar, giving that a good mix. And by the way, you can find this recipe in the list of ingredients in the description box below. Now I'm adding some butter, and I'm taking my fork and cutting it into the flour-sugar mixture until it is crumbly. And this is what you want the mixture to look like. Next, I'm going to take out approximately half of the mixture and set it to the side for the topping. You can measure this out, but there is no need to. I'm just eyeballing it, and it doesn't have to be exact. I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. To the flour-sugar mixture in the bowl, I'm adding some light corn syrup and molasses. This is Grandma's regular molasses brand. I've also seen king syrup or turkey syrup used in this recipe, but I don't think it gives the same flavor. Now I'm adding just a pinch of cinnamon and a couple grates of nutmeg. Not much. In goes 1 beaten egg and giving that a good mix to get well incorporated. The batter will be a little lumpy, and there are no worries. If there were any lumps, they will cook out. I've brought 1 cup of water to a boil in the microwave, and now I'm adding 1 teaspoon of baking soda and giving it a good stir. And next I'm adding the water into the batter and giving it a good mix. If you like this Shoofly pie recipe, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe for future video recipes. Remember to come visit me on Facebook and see what I'm cooking during the week. Feel free to share this recipe and my channel with your friends and family. pouring my shoofly pie molasses mixture into an unbaked pie shell. And we're not done. Now I'm evenly sprinkling the leftover crumbs on top. Baking the shoofly pie at 350 degrees for 45 to 50 minutes. When you lightly touch the center, it will be set and firm. When the pie is done, remove from the oven and let it completely cool. And this is the pie right out of the oven. I can smell the sweet, rich molasses. Going to let it cool and we will cut into the pie. You may see some cracking in the crumbs and that is okay. I love the rich and gooey molasses bottom, and then you have a cakey layer and then the crumble on top. Lots of flavor, sweetness, and texture. Shoofly pie is a pie favorite in our area. I hope you give the shoofly pie a try. Until next time, enjoy.